Yes, what is Sven covering today? So, those of you who are past your perception check, you will notice that it says prepping for D&D using Fantasy Grounds. And down below, the schedule says prepping for Starfinder. Well, which one is correct? So right now, we're going to go with D&D today. I have never done this before, but this is a special one-off situation. My my Starfinder group, one of them is in the middle of a book. The other one is getting ready to finish up a book, and so they're actually going to be doing a one-shot being run by a friend of mine, Jingo. And so so I don't have to prepare for that one as much, and I don't have to prepare for the other one. Whereas my group that's running tonight, that's right, tonight, Wednesday at 7 to 10 Pacific time, they are about ready to walk into a place that I am not ready for at all. So I am also having a special situation where I'm not going to be here most of the day today, and I'm not going to be able to work on it. So we are going to be doing some D&D prep. If my Fantasy Grounds will load, because it's been taking its time today. It doesn't like me today. So I'm looking for a couple pictures to see compounds. So I have come on. I have it set up. So here's my Fantasy Grounds. Go to campaigns. Now there's just before you go into campaigns, there's also general images here. So that's available to all. But the one I'm looking for is either in campaign or it's not. So let's take a look at our Wednesday campaign. Images. All right, so here's the Shatterstone one I was looking for. So you might remember this because we have tweaked this and worked with this a couple sessions ago, maybe last session as well. I don't remember the dates of when we looked at this last. So I am going to make my choice here is to either add tokens to this one or just remake this with a what's it called, a DM's view, so I can easily identify the rooms. So I think what I'm going to do, because what we're doing is this is from a PDF from this book. It's called The Ruins of Greyhawk. It's actually a 3.5 book. And I'm taking it and taking one section of it. This was first printing was in 2007. So it's got a whole bunch of different stuff. And I'm taking this one region, this one map you can see, and I am this map and using it Shatterstone in my campaign underneath Nashkel, the main city. So now clearly I can't use all the different monsters and things like that. Have to tweak some things here and there, but the description and stuff like that, we're going to leave it the way it is. And we're going to be using that as fuel for my campaign. So let's see if I can find, I'm not sure where the map, here it is. Okay, so you can see the difference in the maps. This has all these different identifications for what's where. You have and so what I had done is I'd gone through and removed all those so that they're just vague circles or nothing at all. Um, so let's, oops. Also this trap, I changed actually in the clear things. So what I do, this pops up. If you read them, the messages, by the way, the error messages, some of them are simply mistakes. I mean, some of them are it's just simply saying loading. So it's pulling this, loading this file, loading this image, loading a book, whatever the case might be. It's accessing these things. Oh, excuse me. And so a lot of times that'll pop up when you first start, especially if you've done something different. Like now, I just did an update, so it may tweak it. What I then do is I clear it and then close it. And the reason is because if I then have a new message pop up, I don't have this whole 12-page list of images or of mistakes or messages showing up. I just have the one or two that pop up when I do break something. And then it's just a matter of reading through the script to see if you can figure out what it is that it's talking about and going from there. Anyway, so that's why I clear it and that's why and then close it. I tell my players the same thing. As long as if one thing keeps popping up over and over, then you find it, hunt it down, figure out what it is. Sometimes it'll just pop up, you can close it, and you'll never see it again. So um, what we're doing now is we're looking for that image I just had. We're going to go up here to our Nashkel folder, underground dock, and underground river. Okay. Where is my Wednesday image? I don't think I have a Wednesday image. Okay, so let's go back to our story. Shatterstone, that's what it's called. Let's see if it's, oops, under all. There it is. All right, there it is. Okay, so we still hadn't fixed, I thought I had covered this with something. So what I had done was I went in and added this bed, for example. See, so there's a bed. Um, the one that was there, as you zoom in and stuff, it's a little pixelated. I might do that with a couple other things depending on how much time I have. I might tweak it and change it, make it a little bit fancier for some of these things, like these different cots and beds and stuff that are here. It's very easy to add them from my assets, but it's not really necessary. So really just depends on what I feel like doing. Um, the way it is now works. So all I fixed was not broken. Did I do the line of sight? Okay, I started on the line of sight in these first major rooms where they're coming from, where they're coming in. Uh, so that's cool. So the other thing is, I was going to be looking to see. All right, so this is Shadowstone. I want under Nashkel though. Boom. So I was going to have this be sort of like a red herring. This was going to be an entrance. Does this have line of sight? It does have line of sight built in. Okay. So this is a map drawn by Josh Watma, if I'm not mistaken, is where this came from. And so he built this, made all these different details and stuff in it, put all the different shadows. I mean, he is the master. So I really don't have to do hardly anything to this map. It's just a matter of determining what is in it. So this is called the Necromancer's Lair, and it has another passage here that leads out. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I think what I'm going to do is have them come in from here. So the first thing you want to do when you're dealing with the grid map is look at the grid. All right, so this means that this is a 10 by 10 room. Little small rooms. These are small areas. All right, so I'm waiting for inspiration to strike. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. Does this have line of sight? It does not. So let's add some terrain to these boulders real quick. What this does is just means that this will block line of sight. As they're coming in to this room. They can also climb on top of it. All right, so boom, back to our play mode. Back to play mode. Trying to Boots and Pants commercial from Geico. Thank you very much. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Back to vacation. All right, so this looks like it goes down. So we'll have this come down. We'll come down here, come into here. Let's go to our NPCs and go to, I can have a carrion crawler or a worm. Let's see what kind of worms we have, shall we? I know we have the purple variety. Here we go. See, lots of worms to pick from. Let's see. Radioactive purple worm. Those are like CR15. Young purple worm and a purple youngling. Interesting. Flesh worms and a chain worm. Here's a bog worm. Let's see. What does a bog worm look like? Lovely critter. Colossal monster. It's a huge monstrosity. Okay. Don't call it colossal if it's not colossal. This is a large beast. It's only CR2. Doesn't really say anything about it, huh? Velvet worm spits webbing in a line. It's 30 feet long, 10 feet wide. I don't care. Lindworm is a large dragon. Okay, don't care. Radioactive purple worm is in fact CR 18, not just 15, 18, but it is a gargantuan aberration. Not going to squeeze it into a 5-foot passage. I think I'm going to go with a purple wormling. Let's take a look at the difference between the young purple worm and the purple wormling. He's a CR 8. Nice, nice. This one is challenge 1. Okay. So let's stick with this young purple worm. What size is it? It's a huge, man. Okay, so it's not, I can't do the young purple worm. What about the wormling? So this is more just a distraction, more just a quick little hello type thing. All right, so let's go back to our carrion crawler idea. Carrion. Ooh, a carrion crawler zombie. There we go. Challenge 2. The regular carrion crawler is also a challenge 2. Okay, we're going to unlock this. Throw this in there. Dork. Okay. So the carrion crawler zombie has undead fortitude. It doesn't do anything else different besides that. I'm gonna do that. I like it. I like that idea. I like that idea. I like it. Like it. I like it like that. All right. So, boom. We're gonna throw a couple of these puppies in here. What are they? Are they large? They are large and dead. Okay. Um. I'm gonna throw them in here then. All right. So, where's my encounters? Boom. And then we go to our categories. We have Wednesdays. All right, so this is going to be Necromancer's Lair. So I have Luthien, I have Necromancer Encounters, any. So where this is going to be, make a new one. Going to be under Nashkel Necromancer Lair 1. We're going to put 2 of them in here. We're going to boost them a little bit. All right, so it's going to do a little bit more damage. It's going to do double. So we go, you just click on it anywhere outside of where it was printed. Delete 8, and then we're just going to be 2d4, well, not 12d4, plus 4. Okay, again, it says 24 instead of 2d4. 2d4 plus 4 damage. There we go. Boom, 8. All right, so And then I'm going to succeed. And he also has a bite. So this is 2d4 plus 2. Let's go ahead and make this a little harder. So each d4 adds 2, so it's going to be 9. Plus, we're going to add 2 to it, so it'll be it's either 10 or 11, I'm not sure. But we're going to do delete 3 and 4. Okay. Boom, 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. Yep, perfect. All right, so that's what he's doing. First 4 is rocking it. 4s on both of them. Okay, and then a sudden lunge. Very cool, very cool. With the tentacles at advantage, or with advantage. With advantage. And then we will change the CR to, we'll give the experience up to 65. All right, so just to make sure, let's, make sure these are the same way. Yep, it did work. Perfect. Now we take and we're going to place them right there. So now they are placed. You can then log it. Actually, no, we want to do this. Boom. So it's 130. Notice my CR number changed. Atomic, how the heck are you? Welcome, welcome. Atomic is in the house. Oops, I typed the wrong thing. It would help if I knew my own codes, wouldn't it? There it is. Let's see what he was playing today. Atomic Hero Squad. Ooh, they're finishing up with Animal Crossings. Very cool. Very cool. Check out Atomic Hero Squad every morning from 8 to 11, 8:30 to 11-ish, 11:30-ish on Eastern Standard Time. Check him out. He's awesome. Welcome, welcome. Hope your day is going well, sir. All right, so we're just filling in this map within some encounters. Miscellaneous gaming today. Nice. All right, so the big thing we want is the Necromancer. So let's just see what I've got. Necro. All right, so I have an Aarakocra, a Drow, a Ghost Necromancer, a White Necromancer. Interesting. So let's open these two up. Boom. Boom. Now, white is not the color white in this particular case. White is an undead person. He's got candles on his back. Interesting. All right, so he's a challenge 6. So is he. Challenge 6. Curious and curious. Let's see. This is regular Necromancer is a challenge 9. I might just go with him. And we have Yule, the Necromancer, who is a challenge 6 also. Yule is this guy. Alright, so let's take a look at our normal Necromancer, see what he is doing. Specialist Wizards, okay, there's no picture. He's got a... Let's drop his token on there and zoom in so you can see what it looks like. Okay, just a dude. Just a dude. So what I do is when I'm looking at determining what's going to work is this is a Necromancer's lair. We have undead carrion crawlers that the Necromancer made. We're going to have a couple other undead creatures in here. This is not their main goal, so I'm not really expecting it to be a big challenge. I do want it to be somewhat of a challenge, though. So I'm thinking the regular Necromancer is the way to go. With because these challenge 9. Now they have insane spells. So let's go back to our 6th level actually, because level 9, challenge 9 Necromancer, challenge 9 shouldn't be a problem for my party because they are pretty much they're able to handle CR 13, CR 12 creatures. However, when you're dealing with a spellcaster, that throws a whole nother twist to everything, and it gets to be interesting. So he has Cloud Kill. That's a good one. Circle of Death. I'm not real familiar with Circle of Death. I'm presuming it's some sort of round thing that has to do with dying. Alright, so if these are in order by level, that means the last one will be Circle of Death. And so Atomic, and also anybody else watching this later, if you come by live, you can now earn Sven particles. You can then spend those particles to make me do stuff or to make sounds, find out what the dog's doing. So feel free to use your Sven particles as you earn them. That's what they're there for. You can also hit quote. You can also hit follow age by typing a little exclamation point before it and find out how long somebody's been following. If you hear me say a dad joke or a pun, you can type in pun, and there's a counter keeping track of about half of what gets said actually, because I don't remember to do them all the time. He's saving up for a magic surge. Yeah. So that it's gonna be, if you do that, it's gonna be crazy. I have a book of 10,000 um, effects that could happen from a magical surge, and I was sitting there one day. I mean, I was at work, and I had talked to my bosses, and they don't mind if we print some private, personal things at work. And so, so I've printed some things at work before. Here it is. It's no big deal. So I was like, oh, okay, well, here's this list of 10,000 things. I'll make it tiny. I'll make it point size. I know it's hard to see because of the light, but so I'll make it point size 10. Um, and It might even be 9. I think no, this is font size 9, and front to back. I'll print it. So it starts printing, and the thing is 83 pages. 83 pages of all the different possible things that could happen. So some of them are really game breaking, but hey, if you're going to spend 1,000 points on it, go for it. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1,000 points for the maze surge. Yep. So it's the twitchness says you should be getting about 200 per hour that you watch Sven particles. So I've yet when I first started, I thought I found somewhere that said this is how much you earn, and you could change it per hour, and also the bonuses. I haven't been able to find it again, so either it doesn't exist anymore, or I just haven't been able to find it. So I don't know if that number is correct, 200. But if it is correct, Atomic, you should be pretty darn close. You want to make sure you use that during a live play, not during one of these where I'm just talking at you, because it doesn't do any good for me. But we'll just give you one quick example. /DIE space 1D 10,000. Boom. 4,186 would be, and the caveat is you do need to specify from whom it is being cast, or from whom it's happening. So you pick one of the players or a monster, and then it would be anyone who wounds the target must make a save or age 1d10 years. So these are called Chaos Burst, random magical effect. Very, very cool. And I just need to double check and see how long it lasts. Here it is. If in general, if no duration is specified, a burst should be considered permanent until dispelled. Nice. So for that person or monster, they are permanently cursed with this chaos, to where if anybody hits them, they age 1d10 years. And while for most monsters that hit them are just going to die anyway, or going to get killed during the fight, there are some things, like a scourge or some animals and things aging 10 years, or if they hit them twice, they could age as up to 20 years. That could kill them right there. Interesting. Nice. Very cool. So 10,000 different ones. Sounds fun. I don't have any wild magic source. There is a thing called a wild magic sorcerer, and every time he casts a spell, he rolls a die. There's a 5% chance that this wild magic surge will happen. And by the way, I'm going to change this to the Chaos Blast. I do want to figure out a way. This is I did not come up with this. This was it's on a line by Orex, ORREX, Orex. If you just search net Librum of Random Magical Effects version 2, just type in random magical effects in your search bar, and you will find this list. Very cool. Um, Copyrighted in 2001. So anyway, moving on. Getting back to what we were doing. Let's take a look at this Circle of Death. Circle of Death spell. I know it's a little smaller for you guys to see and read here, but basically the sphere of energy ripples out in a 60-foot sphere, or the target takes 8d6 necrotic damage or half on a failed save. Nice. It's just a one-time poof, and then it goes away. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna think about it. I'm waffling. Do I want to put my people now? When they were levels 1 and 2, they were hunting. They went to a place, and there was a necromancer there. Kithri was actually captured by a necromancer, and it was the spark to this entire campaign. The underlying threat to the big baddie is actually a dragon, red dragon, ancient red dragon who wants to become a Draco Lich, so a undead, immortal, basically non-dying magical being of immense power. And so he had sent this necromancer to go find a book. The necromancer found the book and left, but he had screwed up and left a lot of these. He had raised up a bunch of creatures, but then they turned against him, so he ran away. And so the PCs come in, the players came in and into this underground labyrinth, laboratory, with all these undead that were running wild, and killed them all. The necromancer had taken the wrong book, so they found the right book, which then ended up in several librarians being killed because they turned it into a librarian, and then this uh, big bad guy came, stole the book, and killed it and stuff. So killed the librarians. My point to all this is they've been burned by a necromancer before, and they may think this is the same necromancer. It is not. Just saying. Alright, so I still like the idea of a ghost necromancer. Very unique. Let's take a look at this ghost necromancer again. What can he do? So he has, because I'm surprised it's only challenge 6. They have some cool spells. Can move through objects. It has a withering touch. It can become ethereal. And it can possess people. I like that idea of them possessing somebody within the party. Um, it otherwise uses the possess stats, but doesn't gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies. Dispel evil and good. We'll get rid of it. I'm going for that. I like that idea a lot. Okay, and this also will help them realize this is not the same. Okay, I don't know why there's 3 of them there. It's a cool picture though. I like the picture. Okay, so we're going to have it be a ghost necromancer. Absolutely. So now we need to build another encounter. We're going to have a lot more than just her. So this is UNNL2. And I forgot to link these encounters. So this is under Nashkel Necromancer Lair 2. Throw the ghost in there. And we're also going to take the first one. We're going to put a link of it right there. Poof. There we go. And now we're going to take the link to here. I want to put a skeleton here. So let's see if there's a going to add a dead body in this room. It'll be the Necromancer's body. Tried to become a lich, failed, became a ghost instead. Alright, so we're going to kill this. Let's take a look at our assets. Only got 15 minutes, got a hard stop today. Wednesdays might be that way. Let's see, skeleton. It's going to take a while because I have a lot of skeletal and skeleton things. But let's see. Oh, that was pretty quick. All right. Skeleton in water. There we go. This is exactly what I wanted. Don't want it in a fetal position. Let's try. Okay, so we're going to our image. Coming over here, it is unlocked. We will go to our layers. This is a ping, perfect. I like this one. So we're going to drop this puppy right there. Boof. Now we're going to zoom in. We're then going to go to our layers. Okay, we're there. Layer select. Click on this. Hold hold control, which means it's not locked into the grid. There we go. Now I want to see if there's a gotta click the right one so we're not moving because we're moving the whole Necromancer layer for a moment. Control, put it there. There we go. Now I want to. Do I have a blanket? I don't know if I have a blanket. Nope. Rag. Looks like there's lots of rage and rags and Ragnaroks and who knows. Oh, dragon. Oh, shoot. Every single dragon, anything that had an RAG in it is going to, yeah. That's why it took so long. All right, never mind. We're going to go with cloth. There we go. So now we're going to go back to our, okay, we are in our layers page. Now we're going to drop the cloth on top of it. Watch this, shift. So now we make sure we're in our layers. Yep. We take the cloth, hold control so we can adjust it. There we go. Look at that. See? Yeah, baby. So if they zoom in, that's what they see. This, and the cool thing, totally unintentional, was the blanket that she's under is matches the rest of it. It's pretty cool. And then if they move the blanket, you can just go bink. See? All right, so very cool. I like it. I like it. I like that. All right, so now we're gonna need to place our ghost. She's going to be studying in here. And now we need to add her followers. So if we're going to use this picture, I want to sort of have like Spectre or something else in here. So where's our NPCs? Let's go Spectre. What? There's only one Spectre? That doesn't make sense. Are they spelled differently? Whoa. Spectre. Okay. That's why. So there's a Dread Spectre that is CR5, and then a regular Spectre. Challenge 1. Okay. So I think I'm going to do, and then let's do a couple shadows. So we have shadows and we have shades. Shadow is challenge 1/2. And let's see, where's our monster manual? Monster manual, there it is. There we go. A Shadow Sturge, that's pretty damn cool. I think we can go with a Shadow Sturge instead. Have a couple of these boys in here as well. This will be a different encounter in a different room. Maybe the first room where they come in, just to keep people out. Okay, so we have our Shadow, we have our Spectre. So we're going to add them both. We're going to have 3 of each. Altogether to CR8, still pretty low. I'm thinking about the Dread Spectre though. Lots of Dreads. How about a Dread Wraith? We just CR8, don't want that yet. How about a Dread Will-o'-the-Wisp? CR5, what do they do? Let's see. He can just kill somebody. That's pretty awesome. Don't want to do that just yet. Dread Unicorn, nice. Alright, let's go. See, CR8, boom, boom, boom. Shadows, Spectres, Necromancers. I'm going to leave it like this. This is good. 7 people in a fight. Don't need more than that. Okay, so we're gonna put just gonna have it be random. So we've got 3 by that's 9, and 5 is 9 and 4 is 13, 16, 20, 32. So we're going to do slash DIE 1D32. Actually, we're going to do 6 of them. 6D32 to find out where these guys are. So shadow number 1 is in 23. So out of 32, that's 9 less. So that's about there. 12. We have 9, 10, 11, 12. Why are we being weird? Okay. Boom. 4. Oh, I shifted the map. Okay, guys, we need to shift the map back. There we go. Is that correct? No, it's not right. Not correct. What? I shifted the map wrong. There we go. So that's correct. So now let's lock this in place. Now we need to fix my skeletons and stuff because they're all skewed. Shift to select them both, and then we just move them both onto the med. You could use control to shift it over a little bit. Boom. Alright, now we're good. Back to our placements of the creatures. Specters, we have 14. So he's 12, so 14 is there. Another 14 and another 23. So let's go with press up arrow. And instead of 6, we're going to do 2. 1 and 3. Wow. Wow. Boof. Boof. Alright, so now we have our creatures. They're going to come in here. They'll be attacked by these guys. And then coming out from behind whoosh, will be her. Now we want our, we have our link here. So let's go to our story and make sure everything is. So here's the well. Here's under Nashkel. So we're gonna have we have the dock, and then we're going to put Necromancer's lair. Control 2 makes it a paragraph title. We're going to give us a little bit more stuff. We will take 2 in the second one, 1, in the first slot. Come on. Oh, open it first. There we go. Sorry, guys. And then boom. Could add the Sturges to this fight, but I think I'll make it a separate fight. So now, close it. Do we want to add more shadows? Or do we want to add another specter? Which one of them is really wussy and one of them is not. He's 1. Shadow is 1/2. So we'll add another specter. And we're going to stick him over here. Boom. Change that. Close it. Close it. Close it. We will take our, if we already have the picture of her linked, we're going to take Shadow Sturge, our encounters, click, make a new one, under Necromancer Layer 3, Shadow Sturge. So we're just going to have 10 of these puppies. And this is going to be pretty much right here and as soon as they come in. It's going to be all along the ceiling here. These are small, aren't they? They're tiny. Okay, so we can definitely have more than one in a square. I don't want them to just blast, they don't have fireballs, but the equivalent thereof. I don't want that to happen. All right, there we go. Let's see, out of curiosity. So this is a CR3 fight. I'm thinking I'm going to, let's double it. Why not? Why did only 2 get to go? Okay, so we're going to put a crap ton of these guys in here, covering the ceiling. They look like bats. Spoiler, they are not bats. These are tiny creatures. I believe that by per rules, 4, maybe even 10 can fit in a square. Look at that. That's awesome. Awesome. Look at that. It's awesome. Want to see what that looks like? You know you do. There they are. Look pretty much like a regular sturge. Nice. So they can hide. Alright, so I have to remember that they can hide. That's very cool. Alright, and because they're shadow surges. Alright, now we add 3 to the. We'll go ahead and close this. I'll link it first. Link it here. I put them off to the side because if you put them in the room, yeah, it's more demonstrative of exactly where it is. However, as soon as your players move there, you can't click the link anymore. Your moving token's annoying. So just save yourself the hassle and put it just to the side. All right, we're done. I gotta go. I got to go. Um, again, Atomic Man, enjoy those points because you deserve them. I appreciate you. Um, those of you watching, like, subscribe if you have questions on how to build encounters or place the encounters, any of those type of things. The CRs that I use, none of the CRs here, none of these fights are going to be challenging. They're not going to be life-threatening to my players. This is more of a, they're going to come in, destroy these things easily, feel like heroes. They're unique, different things that they're fighting. This ghost necromancer, this carrion crawler, it's undead, sturges that are shadow sturges. Um, so all these things are unique. So it just gives them a little bit of flair. It's a little storytelling. The whole thing is just a distraction anyway because they're supposed to be going to the next place, which is Shatterstone, where they're going to find out a lot more information. So as a quick little, it's almost like a one shot for them um, to get through. I'll put one other little encounter here, put some treasure in here, and we're done. So like, subscribe if you want to see how this plays out tonight. Make sure you watch from 7 to 10. Follow it on YouTube if you're so inclined to see how they got to where they are now or how it plays out. It'll be up on there next couple of days. It depends on what other videos I have posting, but probably tomorrow I think is when it'll be posted on the Use and the Tubes. But whatever, don't forget to stop by and say hello. Wednesday, Thursday morning at 10:30. I do this every week. Be glad to stop and answer your questions, like I did with the magic search today. Even though he didn't ask, I answered it for him. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.